Hi, everybody. This is Lisa Haven, and I've just got a quick thing for you here today, and that is ISIS has a website, and it's in America? Question mark. Ultimately, I've got to searching the internet and came across some rather stunning information, and I'm just simply asking the question. About this particular website and throwing it out there for you guys to make a decision, which is why I have the words "you decide" underneath there. So please don't accuse me going forward. I just want to throw the info out there and give you a heads up about it. So let's just dive into our topic. All right, so here is the website that I am talking about. And as you can notice right here, ISIS or ISIS with our red, white, and blue right there. And this is Intelligence Technology Training. Funny how they have this ISIS, but Integrated System Improvement Services Incorporated. Now, obviously, this is some kind of company. And I thought, well, if it's a company, maybe it's just, Joe Schmo over here that just so happens to have, the same name. But this is not the case. You see, they provide international security and intelligence services. Now, one question is, I wonder, why did they change Al Qaeda's name to ISIS? Obviously, we go between ISIS and ISIL, but they did change Al Qaeda to ISIS. And this website is particularly sticking out to me for a lot of different reasons, which is why I want to throw up a red flag on the thing. If you look what's coming across the screen, let's just start here. Washington, D.C. offices and cleared services. In D.C. They provide aviation and maintenance. Okay. Security and intelligence training and assessment. Who are they training? Intelligence, communication, and technical resources. Okay. And, U.S. government and corporation executive protection services. And here's the last one: communication, technical service, and equipment in conflict zones, and government and corporate security in conflict zones. Okay, here's the thing: as this flies across the screen again, you can pay attention to what's going on. But if they're claiming to provide protection to government entities and training, I can't help but get knowing that we helped armed ISIS was this company involved in here, right here, U.S. government and corporation executive services that they're offering here. This is something that is huge. Offering security, offering training to organizations like this, I can't help but ask the question. Now, I'm not making any accusations here. Like I said, I'm not saying, oh, this is ISIS. I'm just saying, look at the information and ask the question. I'm ultimately going to leave it up to you to decide with the information. But I do question, why is this offering protection services to not only government but corporate executives? And we all know that the global cabal, the uber elite, the banking system run this world underneath, the radar, so to speak, through the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it. We know that there is someone behind the scenes running the show. And this company, ISIS, is very open about what they do. And it's funny how you see the MRAP right there and military people. Let's just read their about section real quick. ISIS provides worldwide security, not just here in America. Notice this is worldwide, okay? ISIS is all over the map. Intelligence, technology, and training to government and private enterprises. ISIS is strategically positioned across the globe. With a highly credentialed management team and personnel. We have superlative track record for delivering exceptional service and support to the most demanding of clients in the most challenging of circumstances. Let's go on to about ISIS. All right, I blew this up for you guys so you can see it a little better, but ISIS is headquartered outside of Fort Hucachaca, I don't know how to say that, in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Our DC office is located in the Ronald Reagan Building. We are dedicated to supporting our national defense and security departments, as well as government contractors and private businesses. With mission-critical services performed by highly skilled experts in their field, ISIS professionals can be found working side by side with who, you guessed it, the U.S. Armed Forces, U.S. government, and prime contractors on the ground in such strategic environments as the Middle East. Huh. Okay, now we have this company linked with our government, linked with our military, and linked to the Middle East. I can't help but ask the question. I'm sorry. And like I said, I don't have an answer for you. I just want to throw this out there and let you be aware. And obviously, there's many of us that already suspect that obviously our government has financed ISIS. Could this be someone that they did it through in the they're covering for government? God only knows what's going on, and I mean that literally, because he ultimately knows what's going on more than anyone else in this world. But I'm going to share the information with you. ISIS management. The members of our management team have extensive industrial experience supervising, managing, and serving on numerous OGA contracts operating, here it is again, in the Middle East, Europe, Asia, and Africa in the protection of U.S. national interests. Of course they do. Collectively, we've served as Army intelligence officers. Stop right there. Okay, so they're admitting that they've served as Army intelligence officers. And where? Well, in Iraq. Okay. Afghanistan, Lebanon, Panama, and Haiti. Well, ain't that a beauty? Funny that the Middle East is listed in there. Why don't they put Syria in there and everywhere else? Who knows? As consultants for the U.S. government on the Counter Narcotics and Drug Interdiction Task Force and more. Over the last 10 years, our leadership has successfully obtained and managed millions of dollars worth of government and corporate security contracts. And it goes on to read more. But there wasn't much info in that. But their mission and values, ISIS delivers critical service and support to help who? Government and private organizations, or government and your global cabal, so to speak, achieve mission success in demanding environments around the world. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but this is well worth the read. Okay, so not only are they helping our government, but they're helping private organizations. If you were to call a group ISIS, don't call it after a government agency. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Don't call it after an agency that works with you in the Middle East. Okay, I'm just saying who works in our own military and who works in other militaries, apparently, because they said here they work in special operations in Iraq, Afghanistan, Lebanon, Panama, and Haiti. These are just things to think about. And here's the different areas they're located in the U.S. and all over the world, because obviously they have gone global. Notice they're right here by in some of the ISIS area, not fully or whatever, but they are around there. Here is one last thing. Let me scroll over so I'm still on the same page. Right here, ISIS exists for one purpose: to provide government and business, the sophisticated intelligence, technology, security, and training they need to support and protect national and corporate interests in the most challenging of global environments, all with utmost professionalism, transparency, and integrity. I can't help, and I'm just going to scroll back, but I can't help but ask the question, maybe ISIS is quote unquote helping our government overcome our population issues, so to speak, which we're not even really overpopulated. That's a big lie, but I know some of you don't agree with me, and that's all right. But that's my take on that. Maybe they're helping the government, quote unquote, depopulate the earth so they can aid the environment, which is another big lie of global warming. Maybe they're helping the government get rid of a few people for who knows what reason, because if it says it's because it says it on the Georgia Guidestones. I don't know. I don't know all their answers, but I do know that it's possible that a company like this who provides and whose number one purpose back over here is to provide government and business, okay, and security and training and support, and to help them in basically any ways that they see fit for national security or national defense or whatever, okay. That's a wide, broad term. This isn't something that can be used in any different way. It's a very broad statement that can go 100 different ways, and we have to keep that in mind. But I can't help but wonder, are they helping the government through the ISIS corporation? And this is just a theory, obviously not a fact, but could they be doing this as a way to maybe depopulate, as a way to accomplish a goal, such as maybe they want to go to World War III, maybe they want to spark a war to help our economy. Okay, we know that anytime a war is put in place, it helps our economy. Maybe this is part of the Obama administration's goal. Let's start a war, let's bring ISIS into it so we can up our economy, for crying out loud. Who knows what their agenda is? It could be a million different things. But maybe this company, in a sick, gross kind of way, and they've already admitted that their number one goal is to help the government and big business, so to speak, which was here, do things that they think could help our security. Do you understand? So I don't know. I'm just throwing all of this out there and allowing you to decide. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you is their clients. Let me go back. Okay, right here in this section. Okay, ISIS has earned a stellar reputation with some of the most respected companies and organizations in the world, not just here in America. This applies to everyone. Pay attention, which is why ISIS is everywhere. I don't know. Our customers have included various branches of the Department of Defense, State Department, and national security agencies, as well as the most highly regarded government contractors in aerospace, defense, information technology, and security industries. Okay, and it goes on here to give a list of some of those agencies. And here we have Lockheed Martin, we have the U.S. government, we have the Army. I mean, these are some high-time companies, and like it says, it brags. And look, here's Iraq. Do you see that? Okay, just asking the question here. Here's Saudi Arabia. Okay, do you see these things? Do you see what I see? I know you guys do. I know you do. But that, and then some of the payment. Okay, I even went in and say, oh, what are these? They're paying these guys. If I can find where I saw it. Oh, careers, opportunities. Now I'm not going to find it again, am I? Anyway, all of the, if I can find it, I will show you, but all of the career options that they had on there, they all made at least 45 an hour or more. Okay, that was like the clerk that made 45 an hour, and everybody else made higher than that. But anyhow, this is some of the stuff that you can get on here, and I just, whether or not that is the case, that they are linked, only time will tell, because I don't know with 100% certainty, but I can't help but ask the question. I can't help but see the links. I can't help but say, look at their clientele, look at their about page, look at their photos, and look at what's going on in our country. Could this be part of a quote-unquote sick protection service that they are providing? And either way, if that is or isn't the case, I think this company ISIS is well worth looking into, because they are a global company. And being that they are a global company and working globally, and they're linking governments here in America, governments in Iraq, and things like that. I think this is an agency we need to keep an eye on either way. Anyhow, that being said, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. And so you decide. And this is Lisa Haven signing off.